Have you ever saved money so carefully that you started skipping meals, skipping small joys, skipping life itself, and still felt that one bad day could take everything away? And there is a saying, never save money. It does not mean waste money or live without care. It means money should help you live, not make you afraid to touch it, because saving is important, but money must have a purpose. In a small town where electricity went off again and again, there lived a man named Ethan who worked nights as a security guard at a warehouse far from the busy streets. Ethan was a simple, quiet man who did his job honestly and never caused trouble, and when he came home in the morning, his body was tired and his eyes were heavy. At night, instead of sleeping, he often lay awake thinking about bills, power cuts, and the future, because life was not easy in that town. When the power went out, food spoiled quickly, phones died, candles cost money, and even simple things became hard. One evening, the power went off while Ethan was eating dinner with his wife Mia and their young son Leo, who was showing his schoolwork when the room suddenly became dark. Mia lit a small candle and sighed softly, not angry, just tired, while Leo looked at the weak light and asked how he could study like this. That moment stayed in Ethan's heart, and that night he decided to save money to buy a generator. People in town said a generator was safety, and once you had one, life became easy, and Ethan believed this strongly. He took an old envelope, wrote the word generator on it, hid it in a drawer under his clothes, and every week carefully put money inside. To save more, he stopped buying small things that brought comfort, stopped drinking hot tea, stopped buying fruit, and did not buy new shoes even when his old ones were broken. Each time he felt pain, he told himself it was for the future. At first, the envelope felt good, heavy, and full, making Ethan believe he was becoming safe. But life did not stop, and one night Leo became very sick with a high fever, so they rushed him to the clinic where the doctor asked for money first. Ethan opened the drawer with shaking hands, took money from the envelope, and in minutes the savings became thin. Leo got better, but Ethan felt afraid, not relieved, and soon after the house rent increased just enough to hurt. Then, at work, Ethan was told his shoes were unsafe and he must buy new ones, and the envelope became empty again. Ethan worked more hours, slept less, became quieter and more tired, started forgetting things, spoke less at home, and felt angry inside without knowing why. He heard people say that saving money makes you safe, but his own life showed something different, because the more he saved, the more scared he felt of losing it. One dark night, when the whole town lost power, Ethan stepped outside and saw a bright light in a neighbor's house across the road. It was Mrs. Carter, who sold snacks near the school, and her house was calm and bright, while the rest of the street was dark. Ethan walked over and asked how she still had light, and she smiled and showed him a rechargeable lantern. She said she charged it when power was on and rented it to others when power was off, which helped her earn money and feel safe. Hearing this, something changed inside Ethan's mind, and for the first time, he saw money hidden in a drawer stayed silent. He realized money used wisely could speak and return, and he went home thinking deeply, holding the empty envelope in his hands. He felt that maybe the problem was not how little he earned, but how he used what he had. Ethan sat at the small kitchen table late that night while the candle burned low and trembling. For the first time in years, he did not push the thin envelope back into the drawer, but opened it slowly and counted the remaining notes again. He felt no comfort in the numbers, only a tight weight in his chest, knowing how quickly those notes could disappear. He understood how fear had taught him to hide instead of live. When Mia awoke and asked if he was still saving for the generator, Ethan shook his head, not with confidence, but with honesty. He said he did not want to save just to feel safe anymore. He wanted to build something that could help them live. Mia looked worried because worry had become a permanent guest in their home, but she listened without interrupting, and that listening felt like relief. The next morning, Ethan used part of the hidden money to buy 2 rechargeable lanterns and a small phone charger. Spending felt like risk, and risk felt like failure, but he made an agreement with a nearby barber. The barber charged the lanterns during the day, and Ethan helped him close the shop at night, and though the deal was small, it felt like movement. During another blackout, Ethan walked door to door offering light and phone charging for a small fee. Some doors stayed closed, some people looked suspicious, others agreed, and that first night he earned only a little. But it felt different from the envelope money, because this money had purpose and hope. He wrote everything in a notebook, showed Mia each number, and money was no longer a secret between them. Week by week, he added another lantern and then a power bank, learning what worked and what did not. Leo began helping too, writing names and times carefully, and he felt proud. The home changed quietly as meals became calmer, voices softer, and neighbors knocked with respect. One storm damaged a lantern and the old fear returned, but Ethan did not hide. He repaired it, learned from the loss, and moved forward. Months later, he bought a small solar panel, modest but enough, and when sunlight touched it for the first time, Ethan felt calm. When power failed again, their house stayed bright, and Leo asked if they were finally safe. Ethan said safety was not about hiding, it was about building something for tomorrow. He flattened the old envelope and placed it inside the notebook as a reminder. When people praised him for saving, Ethan smiled quietly and said saving alone cannot protect a life. He said using money with care and courage can turn fear into light, because money is not meant to be hidden from life. It is meant to be guided through it, because life does not wait for perfect plans. Life grows through small, brave steps, even when darkness is still close.